Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. He do. That's right, I have the orange soda loving Nickelodeon star Kel Mitchell here in studio with me to talk about life after all that and what he's up to now. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, with the lights and everything. Great song choice, I must say. Great song choice. What's up, guys, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Spotlight On. I am your host, Morgan Willett. You can catch up with me on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. But enough about me. I am so excited. I have Kel Mitchell here with me in studio. Kel, how's it going?
It's going good. What's happening?
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, well, go ahead. Everyone's all over social media. Where can everyone catch up with you?
At I am Kel Mitchell.
Easy.
On Instagram, Twitter, all of that. KelMitchell. I am Kel Mitchell.
There you go. Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Catch up with him there. All right, well, we have so much to talk about. I know you're doing a lot of things, but first I want to talk about the show Game Shakers.
Let's go. Yeah.
So you play Double G.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this crazy character.
Double G is awesome, man. He's a hip-hop mogul. He's like a mixture between P. Diddy and Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
With a little bit of Coach Cretin in there, a little bit from all that days. But I love this character. He's a dad. And what's cool about this show, though, the reason why I did it is because it's not like the dads that come in sitcoms and just say two words, like, hey, stop playing with that toy, and they walk back upstairs. It's like, like a lot of the storylines are around Double G, and it's about two girls that code. They make gaming apps, and that's really cool for Nickelodeon. And all the games that we make on the show are also available for kids in real life. So it's a fun sitcom. I mean, we have a lot of fun. It's music involved. Of course, games involved as well.
Okay.
All the kids are very talented. It's fun.
So what's it like being on set? I mean, for all of that, it was everyone kind of your age. Now you're on set playing the dad with a bunch of younger co-stars.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's awesome. I mean, I love it. I've been through it before, so I can give advice to the kids. And then also, too, I have my bodyguards that are on the show, Bunny and Ruthless. So I have two other delts there like we can play off of, you know what I mean? So we have a lot of fun with that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're in what, season 3, right?
Season 3.
What can we expect? Can you give us any sneak peeks of this season?
A lot more cool games.
Okay.
The kids are older now, so it's a lot of fun. We just had our Valentine's special. That was pretty awesome. Jace Norman from Henry Danger guest starred on that one, so that was cool. So a lot of more cool guest stars, too, that are coming along. Yeah,
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, from current shows and 90s shows.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
it's
like
gonna be fun.
it.
Yeah.
Now, do you do music? Do you rap on the show?
I do. And rap and sing.
Okay.
Like, he does a lot. Like, he's singing, rapping, poetry. He's great.
Well, I know you were also in a Kanye West video back in the day.
Yeah.
So did you pull some insight for that character from that?
Definitely. I used to rap back in the day, too, as well. So, but yeah, I definitely pull a lot of fashion from different artists and stuff like that. Me and the wardrobe team, we have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? As far as like,
is your fashion
style.
As crazy as Kanye's?
Oh yeah, a Double G. Oh, he gets wild. Like, I mean, this upcoming episode is a dance battle. Gets me and one of the kids on the show. And it's super funny. Like, she's dancing to one of my music videos, and she's dancing to the music, and it goes viral, right? And then I'm upset because my music video hadn't dropped yet. And so she's getting more views than me. And so I'm like,
how dare her?
Yeah, she's like, well, I can dance better than you. And I'm like, what? Let's have a dance battle. We end up having a big dance battle. Okay. So it's pretty crazy.
Do you win the dance battle, or do you get schooled?
You have to watch us.
I feel like you can pop and lock it.
Oh yeah, I can get it. I get it.
Okay, you have to teach me some moves because I cannot pop and lock.
You got to just hit them with the shoulders.
With the shoulders. Okay. Well, we'll work on that for me later. All right. So I also want to talk. You were just on MTV's What was it? Wild and Out.
That's right. Nick Cannon.
Okay. So we had all that cast back together.
Yes.
How was that, getting the gang back together?
Look, it was awesome. I mean, of course, Nick, all that alum, and they called us up and was like, "You want to do Wild and Out?" Love Wild and Out. Great show. And then Lori Beth was there.
And Josh, right?
Josh was there. I mean, man, and then Kenan comes through too as well. So he came through, which was crazy. And you know, we've all stayed in touch. And this was just fun to be back on stage again and just wild out. Wild out.
There you go. Yeah. Well, for everyone listening that doesn't really know the premise of Wild and Out, kind of what, I know it has to do with improv, comedy, sketch, all that. Yeah,
it's improv, sketch on, you know, on the fly. Like right there. So it's pretty cool. You know, like the old school Whose Line Is It anyway, like that. But the hip hop version, you know what I mean? And he's on his 11th season. So it's awesome. Shout out to Nick. What's up, little bro? Yeah, man. So super excited to do the show. It's a real fun show. And then they have the freestyle battle at the end as well. So that was cool.
So and then one team wins.
One team wins.
Did you guys win?
You got to see. You gotta check it out. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up, but it's very exciting.
Everyone has to watch. Now I'm like itching to see it.
But we're on the Black Squad. Okay. Yeah, and it was pretty awesome, man.
So speaking of all that, who from that cast? Obviously, you all got back together. Who do you keep in contact with the most?
The most, Kenan. We were talking all the time. You know what I mean? He just sent some cool gifts from her baby Wisdom. You know what I mean?
Aww.
She's 7 months now, you guys. So that's pretty cool. And then, man, Kenan and then Josh as well.
Okay.
Hanging out with Josh. He actually guest stars on Game Shakers. I'll just give you that.
Oh. Yes, we got a sneak peek.
Yeah, for this season, for
That'll be
third
fun.
season. And, man, and then Angelique. If you're like a straight up all that fan, she played Randy and Mandy. She was Mandy.
Yes.
Yeah, she goes to my church, so I see her every Sunday. So it's like,
the squad's still back together.
Oh, the squad, we stay all in contact. Yeah.
That's so fun. Well, I mean, I have to say, I grew up watching all that. Like, so it's crazy that. I mean, did you expect to kind of become a household name when you were, 14? They pulled you on the show. Did you expect for it to blow up like this?
I think it was a surprise for all of us, even the producers as well. I mean, it was this out-of-the-box thought, you know what I mean, that hadn't happened yet with kids doing In Living Color type of, show. Right. And it took off. I mean, it really took off to this day. Like, even I have the new show, but I mean, like, I'll go to like a restaurant and people want me to do good burger. And I get perks. I get free burgers wherever I go.
Do you get free orange soda?
Yes, I get free orange soda all the time. Like,
are you so tired of drinking orange soda at this point?
I'm not. I need to come out with my own soda though, because it's getting crazy. So I need to do that.
Honestly, you should.
I should, right? Okay.
I mean, and they do make. I will say, they do make diet orange soda, so you can stay healthy. Yeah. And still drink the orange soda.
No fructose and GMO and all.
Yeah, whatever that stuff that's really bad
all
for you.
That stuff.
It's fine. Well, being on set, were you constantly drinking? Were you actually drinking the orange soda?
Yes, because we shot it in Florida first.
Okay.
And so, what was the name of that place? Lion, for the people out in Florida. This Lion's grocery store. Okay. And that's why it had a little lion on it.
Oh, okay.
On the bottle. Yeah, but it was literally the leader, and I would drink out of that.
Were you on a sugar high at all times on set? I'm sure they love that.
You're giving a kid all this sugar. I mean, that's why my physical comedy was crazy, because I was just like, buzzing. Buzz.
There you go. It all comes full circle here. Well, I'm curious. So I know there was a nationwide search for this All That cast.
Yes,
Take me kind of through that process.
Okay. Yeah. That process, I was doing theater in Chicago, and this audition came along. And, I was just enjoying doing theater. Like, that was just something like a hobby to do. Right. And then I remember the audition came, and I had other auditions and stuff. And that day I had finals at high school that day. And so I remember I went in and I did my monologue. But we were late getting there. And then when I did my monologue, I went blank. And that never happens because I was thinking about my finals. And I was in there.
The ultimate struggle.
Yeah, man. And I was just like, oh, no. And so then they were like, oh, you can go out and practice. And then I knocked over, all this camera equipment. And then and I'm like, I've ruined this audition.
Done.
Yeah, and then they thought it was funny though, because I did some physical comedy with it. They thought it was hilarious. And then I came back in, killed the monologue. Then they were doing impersonations, did that, killed that. That was fun. And I did Good Burger in there, the voice. You know what I mean? My coach, Coach Reedon was based on an actual coach, so I did the coach voice in there. It was fun, man. And then they hit us up, and we had the second round of auditions.
Okay.
And that was in LA. And that was like every kid from every city coming together. And it was
Were
like,
you so intimidated by like, all these funny kids? There's so many.
oh man, it was like the Avengers. It was just like we were all there. I'm funny too. And it was just like going at it. And got in there. Yeah, got on the show.
So
Yeah.
when you first met up with Kenan, did you instantly click and you guys were like, this is it, we're set?
Yeah, Kenan, he had done Mighty Ducks already.
Okay.
So it was funny because I remember when his audition process was a little different because he was just like, okay, what do you guys want to do? Is give me the job. Right?
I'm ready.
I just did a movie. But I remember when I met him, all the kids were in a hotel lobby meeting up. And then I see this kid on rollerblades just like come in and he's like does a cool stop. And he's like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going to be the homie right there.
All right, we're set. Bring him over.
Yeah, we kicked it all the time, man. That's the homeboy. Yeah.
That's so
funny,
fun.
man. Yeah.
Okay, I'm imagining all that in the cast and
Yeah.
a bunch of kids on set. Were you just constantly joking around? Was it hard for you guys to actually do your job?
Oh, man. It was always a joke. Everything. And then it was all these, like, side jokes that were going on. That's something that just made us laugh. And I'm seeing it now, which is so funny. Like, I'm seeing it with the kids on Game Shakers, and I'm just like, oh, man, were we like that?
Was that us?
Oh, that was us. Yeah, that was definitely us. Like, adults just looking at us like, these crazy kids. It's so
They
funny.
won't shut up.
Yeah, but I see it, and I'm like, wow, okay, we did the same stuff. Yeah.
Is there one instant, like the funniest story that you like will never forget from?
It's a few of those.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I remember one where Kenan and I, we were at home. One of the spots they had us staying at in Florida, and I don't know, we were watching TV and washing some clothes, and then I remember his mom was like a cleanup or whatever, and we took dishwashing liquid and put it inside of the where you wash the clothes. You're not supposed to do that. So we didn't know that. So we put it in a dishwasher. That's what we did. We put detergent in a dishwasher, and all of a sudden we're sitting watching TV. And all these bubbles are in his kitchen. It was like a real life, like Kenan and Kel episode. We look back and it's bubbles.
Why were there? I'm so sad
All
there were
over
not
the-
cameras in this to make this go viral.
Yeah, that was bananas. And then the other one was when we were dressed as Mavis and Clavis for the Big Helpathon. Remember Big Helpathon? Okay, so we were dressed like that. And we took one of the studio carts and went riding around. We used to do that all the time anyway, and just take them still. So we're riding around.
Little joyride.
Yeah, so we're taking a joyride, and all of a sudden we see the Psycho House, and then we keep riding, and then this water comes around the cart, and we're like, oh no, we're on the Universal tour. Right? You're not supposed to be back there, right? And then now the cart won't move, and we're over there, and the water
In
comes
full
up.
costume.
Oh,
That's
full
what-
costume. And security came, and they were like, hey, you can't be over here. And because we were trained in sketch, we just kept it going. As old men, we were dressed like that, and they actually wrote us up as old men.
Did they ever figure out that it was you guys?
No, they didn't. We were like, oh no, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. What is going on here?
I hope that security guard is watching this and all of a sudden he's like, wait,
Wait a minute.
wait, I was tricked. All right, well, maybe one day he'll figure it out. I actually hope he still thinks he wrote up to old men.
I know, right?
But it was actually
He said
kids.
those old men had a lot of energy.
Oh my! Wow. Oh, well, he's really good at his job. Apparently,
Yeah.
you can really tell.
He shut it down.
Oh man!
so funny.
All right, well, I have to ask. You had so
Man.
many fun catchphrases. You have
Yeah.
the orange soda, the good burger.
Yeah.
Did you come up with the orange soda one yourself?
But that was Dan Schneider.
Okay.
He told me it was on a rainy day. I don't know why it was rainy, but he said it was a rainy day. He was writing, and orange soda came to him. He wrote that, and I said, okay, that's cool. And then I remember the I do was there,
Okay.
but I T-pained it and put a little,
Yeah, because
a
it's
little
way
sauce
more
on
catchy.
it. Yeah, and then the I do, ooh, and it's taking off.
No, I feel like I gotta work on it with my intro. Like I
You
think
got
it,
it.
but I think I gotta raise it up a few octaves.
Let's do
on
it.
the
Let's do it.
do. I
Let's
do,
do it.
I do, ooh.
There you go.
Is that
I do, ooh. There you go.
Oh, okay. So I gotta
Little
make a little
vibrato
more
on
drama-
there, Throw a little
Well,
Britney
clearly
on
not
there. Do a
a-
little Britney on
I do love Britney, but clearly I'm not a singer. That's why I'm interviewing and not. Anyways. So the Good Burger one.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had that voice already for your audition.
yeah.
What?
Where'd that come from, man?
Where did that come from?
I mean, I watched a lot of Saved by the Bell when I was a kid, and Keanu Reeves, And, you know, and I would do the voice all the time with my cousins. Me and my cousins were all like, yo, what up, dude? Yeah, bro, yeah. And we would do it all the time. And so I was like, yeah, let me do my surf dude in there. And they loved it, you know. And actually, the first time it was born, of course, in the audition, but there was a scene called Dream Remote that Josh, he can control his entire family with a remote.
Okay. And
it was a pizza guy to come in, you know, and they want me to play a pizza guy. So I walked in as a pizza guy, and I was like, yo, here's your pizza. And they were like, yo, we got to do something. Wait, that's the voice. We got to do something with that. And then they wrote Good Burger. And like,
Ed came.
But I had to get the braids, though, because, you know, every character I have to add something. That's why Coach Creed has the tooth, and Lump Maroon, it says Jupiter, has the long hair, you know. So I went in the room, and I saw these Brandy wigs. This I Want to Be Down wig just hanging right there, Milli Vanilli, and I put it on.
And it just spoke to you.
Magic. It just worked.
Do you still have the wig? I really hope you do.
I don't know. My parents might have it, though. They got a lot of stuff.
Somebody's got to bring the wig back.
In storage. They got a lot of stuff. That stuff is back now. Everybody's, they're doing their hair like that, everybody.
See?
You know what I mean?
You were a trendsetter.
Yeah.
You started that.
Except everything's like, you know, they diet now. Like,
yeah.
You know, like Gucci
okay.
Gang.
Yeah, I can't keep up. I'm like, what? Should I dye my hair? Like, I can't keep up. Well, I know. Okay, so from all that, then you and Kenan had your own spin-off show.
Yes.
Did you ever... I mean, that's huge to have your own show, and it's named after you two.
Man.
Did you guys see that coming when you first started all that?
No, like I know when we were doing all that, they put us in a lot of sketches together. And we would always just have so much fun together in the sketches, and they would see us off stage, and they were like, you know what, we want to do a show with the two of you. And so they all got together, Dan, Brian, and Kim Bass, who's also created Sister. Yeah.
Love that show.
Yeah. So they all got together and came up with the Kenan and Kel show. And I remember we had a meeting, though. It was a dinner to figure out the name of the show.
I know. I read the thing. It was almost like my friend and my homie, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it was just like all these. It was a list of all these crazy, and I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, you know what? He's Kenan, he's Kel, Kenan and Kel. And then it was just like, it worked.
Thank God for whoever said
whoever
that
was, you know what I mean? Yeah, it worked.
I was like, me and my friend, that's not memorable.
Me and my homeboy.
Yeah. No. Kenan and Kel is way better.
Yeah, so it really worked, yeah.
And then how long what was that? 3 years? How long was Kenan and Kel?
Well, we were doing all that in Kenan and Kel like at the same time, so we would finish all that.
Okay.
I think it was like 6 seasons that we did.
And was this all while you were in high school? Like, were you going to school and being a student during all of this?
Yeah, but when I got on all that, that was, what was that? End of sophomore year of high school? Yeah, like around that time. Yeah. So
how did you do it?
Well, we had, on set, we would shoot for like 3-4 months, and then the rest of the time, Kenan and I both, we wanted to still be enrolled in our own schools.
Oh.
So when we were on set, we had on-location education, which, tutors on set, and we do our work there as we're working as well in between time, like the kids do today. But we wanted to stay enrolled in our school, so our teachers would actually send over the curriculum and everything we were doing with our class, so we'd be at the same time. You know what I mean? So that was kudos to, my teachers and stuff like that did that. That was cool. So we could graduate and everything.
Yeah. So when you weren't, the months you were on set, would you go back to school?
Yeah, I did.
Was everyone like, do the voice, do the voice? Like,
well, here's what was funny about that, because, like, the buzz didn't get really crazy until, like, senior year. And that's when it was like, okay, you know what I mean? But junior year, it was like a lot of filming of the show and stuff like that. And the older kids, because it was Nickelodeon, so like a lot of the younger ones were watching it. So like it was the freshmen that were like, they would walk in the hallway and they were like, wait a minute. And I'm like, shh.
Stop. I need to make it to class.
Yeah, but then it got pretty crazy though. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
See, then you ended up graduating on time, I'm assuming, and all that. That's so you felt like you kind of had a normal. I mean,
yeah, we did. Like some of the kids just wanted to be straight tutors, so they just left school and just tutoring. But they graduated on time as well, which is also very cool. And homeschool, that's cool too. But we were like, we want that. We want to have
that's
that
awesome.
Prom
So you
and
really
all that
got
stuff.
You got the best. You got prom. You got to be on all of that.
Yeah,
like, living the kid's dream.
Oh yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. Yeah.
And then I also saw when you were on set, you guys got to just cut the lines and then go to the park.
Oh yeah, when we shot in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, like all the security knew us. You know what I mean? So they were just like, oh, okay, yeah, just go ahead.
Literally every kid's dream.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You could ride Back to the Future at any point you wanted to.
I'm so jealous.
And they just closed Back to the Future. Can you believe that?
I'm so upset about that.
Yeah, they closed the Back to the Future ride.
You can't do that. We should write a letter. We're gonna petition.
Let's do it.
Let's petition. Well, okay, so we did all that, Kenan and Kel, and then Good Burger came along.
Yeah.
How different was it? Because I know all that's like a live sketch show, and then all of a sudden it's so scripted.
Yeah.
And was that kind of a big shot for you guys, or did you just automatically roll with it? Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, and then I had a, because it was my first film. Well, that you all know about. There was some independent films out there that I was in, but before that, but yeah, that was like my first like big film, and that was cool because I got advice from Kenan as well too. Because he had done Mighty Ducks, so that was fun. And then, I mean, it was the same, like, we knew Brian directed it. So it was just the same fun on set, you know what I mean? But it was cool, it was like being on the Kenan and Kel set, or all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So were a lot of the scenes, I know you obviously had lines, but was it still basically you were improvising? Oh,
yeah, we still did a lot of that. Like, we stuck to the lines. Like, what's cool is that they'll say, okay, do it the way we wrote it, twice. And then after that, just go bananas.
Do your own thing.
Yeah, go bananas. Yeah, we'll see what works. You know what I mean? See what works, yeah.
Well, okay, so I have a question with improv. Because I've taken a few improv classes. I'm horrible at it.
Oh.
Do you ever had a moment where, like, you just can't think of anything? I'm thinking, like, there's no way he's come up blank. But has there ever been a time where you're like, I have to say something funny, and I have nothing funny to say?
I just do it. Like, even if it's not, just do it. You gotta just throw it out there. Word vomit. Yeah, word vomit and see what happens. You know what I mean? Especially in improv.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with improv. It's just like, just go. You know what I mean? Just do it, see what happens. And it's funny because, like, some of that stuff, when you're just fearless like that, it'll end up being the funniest thing. You know? And you're like, oh, okay.
When did you realize you were comedic and funny? Like, did it just hit you one day when you were little?
Very young age. Like, I remember... I actually got sent to the principal's office in kindergarten. What kid does that? The first day of school.
What'd you do?
Yeah, well, I love the Incredible Hulk show. And they were going through the names, like, everybody was going, and there was like a here, and then they said my name, and I didn't answer. Man, she kept looking at me, and then I said I was the Incredible Hulk. And then I, like, got up, and I did the whole thing.
No, you didn't.
And I threw a chair. And I got sent to the principal's
I'm envisioning like little like Kel. All these innocent kindergartners.
Yeah, man. It was
all right, so this started very early for you.
It started very early, and my parents were like, years later after that, they're like, we got to get him in theater. And it's something. Yeah, his kid is just. I would do shows in the living room and. For my older sister and just run her like dates and stuff like that. When people come over, and I remember her boyfriends used to always say like, "Hey, your little brother's hilarious."
She's probably like, "Stop paying attention to him. Like, pay attention to me."
He's so funny. Yeah.
So, do your kids now? Do you think they have the comedy gene?
Yeah. Well, my son, he's into like sports and stuff like that. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter, wants to be a forensic scientist. So it's so
very different.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. And then Wisdom, she's only 7 months.
All right, so maybe she's got.
We're gonna see.
She might be the. I think she's gonna win with the comedy thing.
Yeah. She's so cute. She does funny stuff all the time. So I don't know.
7 months.
Yeah. But we're all like we all have fun and are talented like with singing and doing crazy jokes and stuff like that. Yeah.
When you like read your kids' stories, I'm envisioning how awesome it probably is. Is it always in like a voice?
Yes. Yeah. I go all out.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I go Yeah, I go all out. We have fun with it. Yep.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. I'm so sad because now I'm thinking about my childhood and how probably boring it was. No. It's fine.
No.
But anyways, okay, so I know you and Kenan were on what, The Tonight Show? Was it Then you did the Good Burger.
Oh yes, Fallon.
How was that?
Fallon, yeah, Jimmy Fallon. Shout out to Jimmy. What up, Jimmy?
Hey, Jimmy. Doesn't know me, but
it was so awesome. I mean, like, he's had amazing reunions on the show. And when they called us up to do that, I'm like, yeah, we gotta do it.
You have to.
And
you can't say no to Jimmy.
Oh no, not at all. And the Good Burger set was just, it looked amazing. They redid it. And I remember I hadn't been in the wig and that outfit in a long time. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing it just on the mannequin head, like, yeah, oh. And then Kenan walking by as Lester Oak, the construction worker. And it was funny, like, we're backstage, it was emotional at one point. Like,
I'm sure.
Me and Kenan were just looking at each other like, this is crazy. Like, the fans are still loving it. You know what I mean? So it was cool. Yeah. Kenan's eyes start watering up, mine or whatever. Like, what are you doing, man?
Everything come full circle.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we appreciate that the fans, still love it and they're riding with us on our 2 different shows and, and still loving the stuff. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Well, you shared the stage. You did it with Jimmy Fallon. I know you've been in Mystery Man with Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
You've shared the stage with a lot of really funny, famous people. Who has been your favorite person to act with? Or do sketches?
Oh, it's so many. I mean, I love. Like the Mystery Man set was amazing. Like we shot for like 6 months, and Janine Garofalo, Ben Stiller, just all these amazing people. And then I've done some drama too as well with John Sayles, Honey Dripper. That was cool. And that was fun to work with all those guys on that too as well, with Charles Dutton, and, Danny Glover. So that was awesome. I don't know. I can't pick. Like I take something from
everyone.
From everyone. I'm like a sponge on set. Like
okay.
I just take all the advice and cool things from everybody.
Who would be your dream person to do a sketch with?
A sketch?
Yeah.
Let me see. A sketch with. Definitely Eddie Murphy. That would be cool. That would be cool to do something with Eddie Murphy. That would be fun. And then, as far as like drama or action, to work with Will, that would be cool. I've met Will a few times. That would be cool.
Have you been this is a random note, but do you keep up with his Instagram stories?
Oh yeah, of course.
They're the most inspirational things I have ever come across.
They're great. I got to sit down with him on the Hancock set.
Oh, okay.
And he gave me some advice on writing. And it was like maybe 20 minutes, but it was just all inspirational and it was great. It was a great moment. Just like to sit down and get advice,
from the
Will Smith. Yeah, that was cool, man. Yeah, it was cool.
Well, speaking of writing, I know I know you write, you rap, you dance, you act. You basically do it all.
That's right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Is there one thing you want to focus on moving forward in the future? Are you going to do one specific thing?
I like to do it all. I like the Rat Pack type of mentality. You know what I mean? The triple threats. Okay. I love that stuff, and I like it that I'm not just I don't want to be in a box. Like, oh, what's Kel gonna do now? That's what I'm about. Like doing different things. You know what I mean? It's a lot of great stuff that's coming up this year. That's gonna be awesome. And then I'm producing as well now, so it's gonna be a lot of content that's coming from our camp. So we're excited.
I got a lot to stay tuned for.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of producing and dancing, Dance Foo. I need to know about this.
Yeah.
So you acted and produced in that.
I did, and played 2 roles in that too as well.
Insane.
Three roles.
Did you sleep during this whole process?
No, I did not sleep at Dance Foo. No.
What is the premise of this? I know it's like dancing kung fu.
I love kung fu movies.
Okay. Who doesn't?
And I love dance movies. And so I said, why don't we put that together? And so it's like You Got Served and Last Dragon, Enter the Dragon mixed together. It's about a guy that can only fight when music is playing. So if there's no music playing, he has no skills in fighting. But with music playing. Yeah, so me and a friend of mine, we shot a trailer for it. And then took it around and shopped it around to get a deal for it. And then Cedric the Entertainer, he just loved it. You know what I mean? He fell in love with the idea, and he was like, I want to direct it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, bro. You know what I mean? So it's a very funny. Katarina Graham is in it. Shout out to Kat from Vampire Diaries.
I gotta see this now.
Affion Crockett's in it. Tommy Davidson is in it. Rodney Perry. It's an all-star cast. It's just really funny.
So did you have to learn karate for this?
I am actually trained with a little bit.
Are you really?
Yeah, don't be running up on me. No, just playing.
You heard it.
No, I know. I know a little bit of Taekwondo and Kung Fu, yeah.
So you did all your own stunts?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Like, I did have a stunt double, but, for the real crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they taught me a lot. I had fun. They were like, yeah, Kel doesn't care. He's just I got hit, too. I got punched.
Can you karate chop? Is that a real thing that people karate chop wood and it breaks?
That is a real thing.
Can you do it?
That is a real thing. Depends on what type of wood. don't know about right now.
Next time we'll bring in some wood and see if you can karate chop it. All right, now, okay.
Yeah,
it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, on more of a serious note.
Yeah.
So I know you obviously have come out that obviously very Christian, and I think that's amazing. But I know you also struggled being a child star, and everyone has their own battles, depression and all that. Do you think being a child star makes that more difficult for people?
I don't know.
Growing up in the spotlight, does that lead down a certain path?
I think it's really about I wouldn't say being a child star does.
Okay.
That. It's about your decisions and what decisions that you make around that time, and having a good sense of who you are, and not getting lost in the whole. You got to understand that this is a job as well. Because as a kid, you feel like, oh, all these people, they love me, they're my family, they're this, but they're working. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so there's times where you can get surprised, where it's like, oh, after this is done, then they're not talking to me anymore, or this is not happening. So you definitely have find your happiness within you and who you are to be able to do it. You know what I mean? And once you do that, and Christ's love helps with that all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many, like Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Bynes even, and I know you were probably very close with her, and then she kind of had her breaking point. I mean, are there similarities that because you grow up kind of not being a normal kid that causes kind of those breaking points?
It's friends, you can't trust everybody because you don't know whether they're actually your friend. You know what I mean? And then there's times where you can really worship like the whole the blowing smoke thing, where people are just like, you're awesome, you're this, you're this, you're great.
I can only imagine.
You know what I mean? So, and that can happen where kids kind of get lost in that, and they want that all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like, but it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork.
Well, I know now you really focus on giving back to kids, and I know you're into a lot of charity work. So, what are your big ones with that?
I work with the Black College Expo. You know what I mean? They do scholarships on the spot. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is bring your transcripts. So we love doing that. Yeah, we just had an event this month that was awesome. We gave away millions of dollars to kids for scholarships. And Make-A-Wish Foundation, work with them as well. And then I speak, just do motivational speaking at different churches and youth groups and stuff like that. I love doing that because even though I'm still working all the time and doing appearances and stand-up as well, I also make sure that I'm at church on Sunday. Because I'm a stage manager at my church, so so it's always good to do that. Do
you have a planner? You must have like 4 calendars to keep up with all this.
What a team! Well, it's a teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And then my wife is my best friend. We always make sure everything's all
I love it.
Put together right. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how this has nothing to do with this, but I just thought of this.
Yeah.
And it actually is not on topic, but there was a rumor.
Okay.
On MySpace.
Here we go.
That you died.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
MySpace.
No. And when you got the call and somebody was like, "Are you alive?"
That's
were
hilarious.
you like, "What's going on?"
I'm like, I answered the phone.
Yes, I am here.
But yeah, man, that death rumor was crazy. But I'm in good company with a lot of people. Like they did it to George Clooney and all these other guys, and they still doing it.
I feel like you should kind of be honored. Like you're part of like the very few that people have made a rumor that they died.
They just did it to Sylvester Stallone, which is hilarious, and everybody believed it.
I saw that on Facebook, and I kind of did a double take, and I was like, wait. CNN hasn't reported this, so like it can't be true.
That's how you know, yeah. And it's crazy because it was a picture from Creed, from the scene, and it's just like he's obviously in makeup. He's okay. Like it's never.
He's good. Yeah. Did you have to call your parents and be like, "Mom, like family, I am alive"?
Well, no, my parents knew, but it was like those cousins that you don't keep in contact with all the time.
Like, what?
That were calling my parents like, "Is Kel okay? I heard something." You're
like, "I'm fine. I'm good.
I'm good." But all press is good press, because then people started looking me up. Hey, what's he doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you Google your name, it's like Kel Mitchell MySpace death. It's one of the top hits.
It's so crazy. Well, no, now they're like it was a hoax, and so they're like going in there, and it's so funny, man.
All
so
right.
funny.
Well,
I'm alive.
You are alive and well, and he is here. He is not dead. Thank you, MySpace. Luckily, MySpace has gone away, so hopefully there's no more MySpace.
I think they're still trying. They're still doing it.
I do miss MySpace. The layouts were fun.
Right? The free layouts. You know what I mean?
It was great.
Hey.
And now everyone's on Instagram.
That's right. The gram. I love Instagram.
I'm curious.
I love
So
it.
being on set with these young kids, social media is huge
Oh,
now.
it's big.
How
big.
different is it looking at when you were in all that? No one had social media, and now all of a
Yeah.
sudden these kids, I'm sure, are Instagram famous. How does that kind of change a career?
Well, yeah, like we talked earlier, like the whole high school thing. I mean, that we could have never done that with social
Right.
media being out. Like they would have known exactly where I was and all that stuff. So that's a big difference. And then even with the writing, with what we put into the show, it's all around social media. And we would have been in a lot of trouble, like Kenan and I and Josh and all of us. Like it would have been crazy. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, social media is popping now. You know what I mean?
Popping.
It's popping. Now you can get discovered just off of having an amazing like YouTube page or Instagram. Page. It's very different. Like you don't have to like audition and fly somewhere and all that stuff like that. You can really like get it in wherever you're
Is it hard for you to keep up with social media? Because it is such a millennial thing.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, like, trying to keep up with the gram and Snapchat and
well,
Twitter.
Shout out to my wife and my kids. Like they're really into
Teaching
social
you the
media.
ropes.
Yeah, so they teach me the ropes, man. Like I know what's popping and what's cool and what the hashtag and not the hashtag, you know, all that stuff.
Hashtags are big.
Yeah.
Filters are big.
It's big, you know. So I'm learning. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What platform do you use the most to kind of keep up with fans?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah, definitely Instagram.
All right, guys, you heard
Yeah.
it. Hit him up on the gram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think what everyone's very curious about is, will we see, fingers crossed, a Kenan and Kel reunion ever?
Yeah. Well, Kenan and Kel reunion, like the whole.
Or no, just you guys. Like,
just-
or actually anything. Will there ever be kind of like a reunion show, you think?
Oh man, that would be great. Like a reunion show where you did the sitcom, because we've done a lot of reunions, like getting together and everything.
let's
like
bring back the
with Wild 'N
sitcom.
Out. But if we brought everybody back, like that'd be cool. We're all staying in contact. You know, shout out to Ken Forey, who played Kenan's dad, and he's awesome. He just came by the house like a few weeks ago, and then Tatil played his mom, and then Vanessa. Who played Kyra on the show. She has a great show called Giant. You gotta check that out. The Giant series is just really, really good. You should
Love things to
have her
binge
come on.
watch.
Yeah, she's really great. So, man, it'd be great to do that. I think it'd be fun. You know.
All right, you heard it here.
Yeah.
We need this to happen.
Yeah,
I'm speaking on everyone's behalf.
That'd be fun, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, make it happen.
Okay.
No pressure.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
All right, well, before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
what's next for you? Is there anything everyone should keep an eye out?
Definitely check out Game Shakers every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Yeah.
All right, season 3.
Yeah, season 3, we're going hard. Season 3, it's very funny show.
Any other
You know,
projects we got besides Game
Very funny
Shakers
show.
that you can tell us about?
That I can tell you about.
Ooh.
I can't tell you right now. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back, but it's some hot stuff that's coming up that I'm really
All
excited
right,
about.
big year, 2018.
2018, baby. And then you go to kelmitchell.com, kelmitchell.net. You can find me. I'm also doing stand-up and appearances and stuff like that, so you can find me doing that stuff too as well.
Awesome.
Want to catch me up quickly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And one last time, where can everyone keep up with you? Obviously, Instagram is the big one.
Yeah, at I am Kel Mitchell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kel.
Thank you.
And thank
It was
you
fun.
guys for tuning in. Once again, I am your host, Morgan Willett. Catch up with me at Morgan_Willett on all social media. And we will see you guys next time.
The Buzz.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.